BBC Radio Suffolk.
Lesley, Dolphin.
Now, very exciting news because an international composer is heading to Suffolk for the UK premiere of his concerto. Emile Naoumoff will be at St Edmundsbury Cathedral this Saturday, where it's the Colchester Chamber Choir's concert. The director of the choir is Roderick Earle, and he's here with us on the phone. Hi, Roderick.
Hello there.
I'm delighted to say that Emile is with us as well. Hello, Emile.
Hello, how do you do?
And I think you're already in England, are you not?
Just arrived.
Okay, welcome. Hopefully you don't have too much jet lag.
Well, it's part of the game.
So, first of all, Roderick, tell me a little bit about the concert. You must be delighted that Emile's going to be here, and to rehearsals as well.
I know, I'm absolutely thrilled. And hello, Emile, because we haven't actually spoken together yet. I am here because it's so emotional for me to have the opportunity to hear one of my almost lost compositions. Well, I love the piece too, and I'm thrilled that you're here. It's a tremendous privilege, and thank you so much for coming over to be there for our premiere of the piece in the UK. I look forward to this. It's an honor for me, and I must say that when I perform pieces of living composers, I feel always an extra difference, because most of the time I teach dead composers like Beethoven. And I feel like this is an opportunity to hear my piece and hear how you love it. It touches me a lot. Well, we're really looking forward to rehearsing with you this evening, and of course the concert and the rehearsal on Saturday. The concert is a mixture of music to celebrate St Cecilia's Day. We've got pieces with brass. We have 4 young brass players from London coming to join us for 2 compositions by Flor Peters. Then we have an organist from St Paul's Cathedral who's going to play for the choir in a piece by Kodai, Laudes Organi, which is the most fantastic piece in celebration of the organ. All the music is for St Cecilia's Day. There are references in all of it to music and the way in which we use it as a means of expressing our happiness and joy. I'm very thankful to Yao Cheng for playing the piano, very complex part of my piece, together with the choir. I look forward to this combination, which was unusual enough for my publisher to refuse it 20 years ago. And I have the opportunity to hear it now. It's meaningful to me, very meaningful to me.
Emile, tell me about your concerto, because it's called the Concerto Sacré.
It's a sacred concerto just because it's a Catholic Mass with a concert piano concerto version of the form, which usually is with orchestra. And here it's a dialogue between the piano's mystical and meditational part compared to the choir. And the fact is that I lost this score after it was refused by my publisher 20 more years ago. And I moved in many countries, even overseas, where I'm now professor in America, and I thought I lost forever that score, and I found it when I was sorting old papers to recycle. And since then, I gave it a new life by rewriting it. So it's a lot of emotions in one bundle.
Can you remember what the inspiration for the piece was?
Well, it was the death of my teacher. My teacher was half Russian, half French. Her name was Nadia Boulanger. She died in the end of 79. And I guess her Stravinsky friendship brought me very close to this Orthodox church music with the bell sounds, which the piano represents in its writing, and her love for Thomas Tallis and William Byrd, whose music I've always played with her. So it's sort of like a East meets West in music.
And when you discovered it, was it just the piece of music that you'd written in your own writing and everything?
Well, yeah, it was just very strange because I had put a cross on it, if I may say so. Not pun intended, but I was so happy when I could reconnect to it, because in a way one always evolves in one's life and therefore in one's music. But this was a specific homage to these 2 mystical traditions, and I wanted to put them in a concert together, and that's why this piece was meaningful to me then. And after the refusal by the publisher, I just put it on the side, and I never wrote anything alike.
And So, and when has it been published now? So obviously only fairly recently.
Well, it's not really published. It was re-given an American performance in the university in Bloomington where I teach, and now it will have its UK premiere thanks to Roderick, for whom I'm very thankful for that.
That's very exciting. Roderick, how did you come by it? How did you find it?
Well, this is an interesting story. I was looking at various pieces for the choir, and I listened to a recording which Emile had made with pieces by Nadia and Lily Boulanger, and at the end of the CD was the recording of this Concerto Sacré. And I have to confess, Emile, the first time I heard it, I didn't immediately realise it was by you, but I thought it was by Lily and Nadia Boulanger. And so I was thinking, wow, they've written this amazing Concerto Sacré. I must look it up. Of course, because I was looking it up for the wrong composer, I couldn't find it anywhere. And then I sat down and I read through the CD cover properly, and I thought, oh, stupid me, this is by Emile Naoumoff, so I must contact him. So I did this, and I think it was in about 20 minutes he replied to me, said, only too delighted for you to perform it. I will send you the PDF of the score, which arrived immediately after that. And the rest is just history. I mean, this was about 18 months ago, and I said, well, I really do want to try and program this piece, and I think it will fit perfectly in the rest of the program we're doing in the cathedral. As I say, it's a concerto in a way that it will fit very well with the Kodai piece, which is a similar concerto for organ and choir. So those are two major pieces in this program on Saturday.
Is it scary to have the composer there listening to your rehearsals?
It's very scary, and I know the choir is very, very nervous, but what the hell, we're all making music together, and I think it'll be a very exciting experience.
Emile, are you going to be scary tonight?
No, I think I'm going to be most likely very excited, and I don't know if the word makes sense, but probably rediscovering my music, because at one point when the work becomes it has its own life, it's so much better than when it's in a drawer, and that is really, I'm very, very thankful for this opportunity.
So are you likely to sit and think, gosh, I didn't do too badly after all?
I never think in these terms. I always was told that I can do better, so I will continue trying.
Well, I think it's fantastic, very exciting for us as well.
Can I just say to the listeners, it is an amazing piece. It's so beautiful and very atmospheric, very spiritual, very accessible, but fascinating to hear. We've been working on it for about 6 weeks, and I think I love it. The more and more we work on it, it's a terrific, terrific piece. So I do hope people will come and hear the concert.
It's a kind of music I hope that once it's heard remains in one's head or one's heart, because it's meant for that.
Yes, well, it certainly does.
Well, thank you, Roderick.
Well, I hope it goes really well. Have a safe journey to Suffolk, Emile, and thank you so much for taking the time. Roderick, it's at the cathedral, isn't it, on Saturday?
Yes, can I just tell you, it's at the cathedral on Saturday at 7 o'clock. Tickets are available at the door or from the Apex, and we'd love to see any listeners at the concert. There's a big variety of music, some early Renaissance pieces by Gabrieli and Phillips, Orlando de Lasso, plus these two pieces I've already mentioned. It's a wonderful, varied program with very exciting music.
Do you, because you're a baritone yourself, aren't you? So yes. Do you conduct, or do you sing ever yourself?
I sing, yes, and I'm conducting the concert. That's my other hat, that I conduct and direct the Colchester Chamber Choir.
Yeah, because it's your hometown, isn't it?
That's right, yeah.
Okay. Well, I hope it goes really well. Sounds a fantastic event, and what brilliant surroundings for it as well.
Oh, it'll be wonderful. The acoustic cathedral will be absolutely fantastic.
Brilliant. Thank you so much. That's Roderick Earle, who's telling us about this concert, which is with the Colchester Chamber Choir. So it's in the cathedral, St Edmundsbury Cathedral, this coming Saturday. And you've got that UK premiere of the piece of music called Concerto Sacré. It's Mr. Emile Naoumoff, who's actually coming from America, a lost concerto. Brilliant story, isn't it? And then he refound it and is going to have its UK premiere this coming Saturday. He's going to be there listening to the choir tonight, and I imagine they're all excited and nervous all in one go. If you want to go to the concert, tickets are £12.50, students £4, and it's the apex.co.uk, or you can give them a ring, 01284 758 1000, 01284 758 1000, and I think it's going to be a rather special event.